Hey everyone. Well, Dr. Fauci came out this week and said that two masks might be better than just one when it comes to fighting off COVID-19. Now, you may have seen some folks walking around like this already and wondered, does it really make a difference? The CDC hasn't come out with any recommendations on this, but there is some science. Dr. Lindsay Marr out of Virginia Tech has been researching all kinds of masks, and she came up with several conclusions. The first one is that 3 layers of fabric versus two make a huge difference. Now, this could be a 2-layer fabric mask with a filter in between, or it could be that 2-layer fabric mask over a surgical mask, whatever works for you, but that definitely makes a difference. The other is that flexible material is much better than rigid ones because they leave gaps. Um, Ties are better than the ear loops because they allow you to get a tighter fit. And finally, face shields do help, but only when you wear them with a mask. If you wear them without a mask, they're doing nothing. And she puts it this way. She says, everything you put on mask-wise is making an obstacle course for these particles that have to reach your nose and mouth. So the more difficult you make it for them to get in, the better off you're going to be. Now, you're not going to have to do this all the time, but they are saying you might want to think about it when you're in high-risk situations like a crowded grocery store or mass transit or maybe even a doctor's office where folks might be sick. All right, all the way around the world, folks in Singapore are pretty angry with their government right now. So they were told, we need you guys all to wear these contact tracing devices so we can stop COVID-19. They got 78% of the population to buy into it so far for a couple of reasons. First, they said you can't go into any government offices without one. That's a biggie. But the other one was we're only using this for contact tracing. It will not be used for anything else. Well, as you may have guessed, the government has already gone back on that, and they're using this information for crime fighting. And when folks, there was an outcry, and they pointed to their criminal code and said, nope, if public safety is at risk, we can use the information. Now, the UK had a similar issue back in October, but the government quickly came out and said, no, these tracking devices and apps are only going to be used for contact tracing. If you're a Chick-fil-A fan like I am, you know that they are masters of the drive-thru, and now they're not just getting you your chicken sandwich fast, they're getting you your vaccination. In Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, they had a mess. There was a computer glitch. It messed up the vaccination site. People were stuck sitting in their cars for hours. They couldn't get their shots, and the mayor didn't know what to do. So he picked up the phone and called the manager of the local Chick-fil-A, who dropped everything, came out to the vaccination site, stood in the rain, and whipped that thing into shape. People said later on social media they were raving, saying they reduced the wait time from over an hour to just 15 minutes. And he's going to continue doing it. He's not going to leave the mayor in the lurch. They're going to make sure that community gets vaccinated. Now we need to figure out what Chick-fil-A can take over next. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. We're going to see you back here next week. And if you have any screening questions, check out ebiinc.com. Bye.